Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So I just had, well, I didn't have. I kind of followed some discussion on Twitter this morning about people talking about how when you join a bigger company you have to do things right, and doing things right takes time and they're slow, and uh, and I think like most of us have kind of seen this or has happened to us as well, like where we're building something a bit more complex. It takes a little bit of time to think through and all that. But I think it's very subjective as well. If you give something similar to a more experienced developer, um, it might take them way less time. They might not have to think through, and they might still present you with a good solution, right? So it's very subjective. And what the purpose of this video is to tell you guys that don't fall for this trap. Something is complicated and it's going to take you a while, it's going to take longer than usual. Yes, that's true, but that's true because you haven't done it before, right? So what you should always start with, well, um, I guess what you should always try to achieve is to do things as quick as possible. That's my thinking. Even if the things are complicated, if you're an experienced developer, you should be able to do them quick as possible. Um, and doing being able to do things quick comes from the fact that you have done it before, or you have done something similar before, or you have a lot of experience. So strive for that. Don't go for this idea that because I'm working on a new project, because I just joined a new company, because I'm working on a complicated software, because I'm working with the different service or new API and all that, it's gonna be a slow process. Don't fall for that trap. It should still be, if you're a good software engineer, it should still be a fast process. Should be able to look at the API and just get some good idea, like, oh, I have done this before, or I have done something similar before, and I can kind of get some idea. I can see how things work. So go for that. Don't go for it's new, so it's gonna be slow. So put yourself in a position where when you look at new things, when you look at, for example, there's some service on Amazon you have never worked before. If you look at that service, be in a position like, oh yeah, I can figure things out. Be in that position. Don't be in a position where you're telling yourself, um, this is gonna take long time because I haven't worked on this before. Because this thing is really complicated, so it's gonna take way longer. Don't put yourself in that position. It's gonna slow you down. And one thing, to be fair, just to add to that, so you can kind of take something away from this video. Whenever you do something new, something important, track down the thought process. Write down what you did, a little bit of thinking, how you got to the solution. You know, a lot of times this what you might write is like, I was looking at the documentation and so this is what you would write down. I would looking at the documentation and instead of going to the third page, blah, 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 instead of searching the site, instead of looking it in a different way, instead of looking on Git, I was just looking at the documentation, and there was some issues there that people were facing. That's why I would only find in Git. So now you have this thought process. You can take the same model, apply it elsewhere. So track things down. So when you track things down, or you can, like, for example, a lot of the times in our company we have volumes that go out of space. So there's a process to expand the volume, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there is some rare exceptions as well to this. And if I have to do it tomorrow, and I don't have my notes, it's gonna take way longer. But I do have my notes, and I can just follow them without thinking too much. So put yourself in that position. So when something new comes, you can apply the previously used model or previously used thought process on that and do things quicker. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys like face a lot of problems where you're like, I'm just stuck here? What sort of strategies do you guys apply?